What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling City and happy new year to every single one of you. We are finally, we are officially in 2026. So, from me here in Wrestling City, I just want to wish everybody a happy new year. I hope you guys had a incredible New Year's celebration and all that good stuff. I hope you're able to hang out with your friends, family, and celebrate the beginning of a new year. I didn't. I was actually asleep before the ball dropped on New Year's Eve, but we are here, and this is your first post show review for 2026. And this is your Friday night SmackDown post show review for January 2nd, 2026. Now, I got to be honest with you. I was skeptical, I guess is the right way to put it, going into tonight's SmackDown. Because not only was this the first SmackDown of 2026, it was 3 hours. It was the first SmackDown that goes back to 3 hours, and it will be 3 hours for the foreseeable future. Now, the months and the weeks leading into this SmackDown, I've said multiple times that the show as a 2 hour show was bad. It was really bad. It was boring. I had nothing to come on here and talk about really. My reviews would go like 10 minutes because there was maybe sometimes I'd have maybe two things to talk about, but tonight's show it wasn't great. There are still a lot of things that they need to work on, but it was very newsworthy. If you, I'm sure you saw the thumbnail before you clicked on this video, and it says "New Faces" or "New Year, New Faces," because we got three new faces on tonight's show. Now, one of the faces that we did see tonight, we have seen him. He showed up on SmackDown last week. Now, last week's SmackDown was pre-taped, so and then he showed up on Raw this past Monday, and that is Trick Williams. He was trying to figure out where he wanted to go because he was a free agent, so he was trying to figure out if he was going to be a Raw or SmackDown guy. Well, it is confirmed tonight that he is officially a part of the SmackDown roster, and I think that is a great fit for him for Trick Williams. Now, the thing with Trick Williams is I haven't been too high on him when it came to the in ring aspect of Trick Williams. I thought that that was something that he could definitely continue to get better at, but he had no issues on the mic. And if you look at Trick Williams, if you just look at him, he's got star written all over him. He's got the look, he's got the attitude, but the only problem I have with Trick Williams is when the bell rang. And it looks like we got a glimpse into what he could be going into first tonight. Now he does have a match scheduled for next week. It will be against Ray Phoenix, but he interrupted Sami Zayn tonight. Um, and then that wasn't the only new face we got. We've got Jordynne Grace. She appeared on tonight's episode of SmackDown, and that woman's division desperately needed somebody like Jordynne Grace. They're going to need somebody like Jordynne Grace. She wasn't officially caught up to SmackDown. She's doing the same thing that Trick Williams has been doing and Javon Evans is doing, where they go to both shows. They talk to both general managers for like 10 seconds, is what we see on air, and then they get caught up to either Raw or SmackDown. And Jordynne Grace definitely needs to be on SmackDown. That is someone that that women's division needs. The Raw women's division, it's stacked when you look at it compared to SmackDown's woman division. I mean, it's a night and day difference, and SmackDown it definitely needs somebody like Jordynne Grace. The mid card scene needs it. Jade Cargill, she desperately needs it. I think I saw a stat on social media where she has Jade Cargill's been champion for I think like 60 days now, and she has zero. This many zero. She has zero on TV title defenses ever since she's won that. She won that title at Saturday Night's main event in November, I believe. The November Saturday Night's main event, she won from Tiffany Stratton. She said zero on TV, live TV title defenses. He hasn't defended on an episode of SmackDown, a PLE. It doesn't help that half of the women's roster is caught up in the women's tag team division. I stated this on my Raw review this week, where it's great that they're putting more shine and giving more attention to the women's tag team division, but it's also hurting the main card, the singles championships title picture. I mean, so I think Jordynne Grace. I mean, I've already said it. She belongs on there. The Raw Women's division it's fine right now, but that SmackDown Women's division desperately needs some help, and Jordynne Grace is going to bring something to that division. I'm surprised that it took them this long to bring up Jordynne Grace. I don't think she should have been in NXT as long as she was. I mean, because when she was in TNA, she was already working in NXT. So Jordynne Grace is somebody that this SmackDown Women's division could have used months ago, but they finally decided to call her up. Don't know what took so long, but at least she is finally getting called up to the main roster soon, and hopefully SmackDown is where she goes. And then we got a I wouldn't call this a call up, but Zach, I mean Matt Cardona is officially back in WWE. Guys, if you just beg and beg and beg for long enough, eventually you're going to get told yes. This guy has been begging to come back to WWE for years now, it feels like at this point. And it's funny because Triple H posted something on X, something like 2020, something about he basically was taking a shot at Zack Ryder, or Matt Cardona is what he's going by now. He's going by Matt Cardona. It's funny that he was brought in into the John Cena retirement tour as Zack Ryder, and then he comes back tonight and he's Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder doesn't matter, but I said on my Twitter account that this is a good pickup for SmackDown, because SmackDown needed some fresh faces, especially when you look at the U.S. title scene. I think he will thrive in that. I don't see him winning a world title. It's possible, um, but that he is something that you could definitely throw into the mid card title picture for the U.S. title. I think him and Carmelo Hayes would be a fantastic match, but and then we got I mean, that wasn't the only return we got tonight. We got another return of Randy Orton. Yes, Randy Orton is finally back, and he's back to stare at the WWE Championship once again. That's exactly what he did tonight. Now, the way he returned tonight it was weird. I didn't like it at first because they kicked the show off with the Miz. And when I saw that, I was like, "Oh my gosh, here we go, new year, same crap, same crap that we've been dealing with for the past year with this SmackDown show." But he's going out there, he's talking about how he's tired of all the disrespect, and he's talking about how he's the face of WWE, still complaining that he didn't get one final match with John Cena last year. And then all of a sudden, Randy Orton's music hits, and then Randy Orton comes out. He's just kind of looking around, getting hyped up from the crowd, and then RKO out of nowhere to the Miz. Doesn't say a single word. He starts hyping up the crowd once again. Crowd chants one more time, one more time. They want him to hit the RKO on the Miz one more time, and he does just that. That segment, to me, it felt like it was just a waste of time. I mean, that segment took like 20 minutes out of the first hour. I get that it's 3 hours now, so they got to fill time with stuff like this, but I don't know. I was expecting the Randy Orton's return to be more impactful, but um, after that, after that, we went to commercial break, and then we come back from commercial break, and Randy Orton is walking backstage, and Cody Rhodes walks up to him, and Randy Orton's eyes go straight to the WWE Championship. Now, I posted on my Twitter a picture of Randy Orton, and I put the caption like Randy returns to look at the WWE title and then get written off TV for 5 more months. We've got two stages of three completed out of that. He returned, he stared at the title, and now we're just waiting for him to get written off TV for 5 more months and to delay this feud between him and Cody Rhodes even further. But I don't know if that's going to happen now because he told Cody Rhodes backstage during this brief segment that once once Cody is done with Drew, that he's coming for the WWE Championship. Now that made me think that made me start to think that maybe Drew McIntyre isn't going to win the title next week because Royal Rumble is in Saudi Arabia. And I could very well see them doing Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. I'm sure they want a big marquee WWE title match for the for that Saudi show. I would still like to see Drew McIntyre win next week. We also got the three stages of hell stipulations announced. Now, I have seen a lot of fans complaining about the three stages of hell stipulations that Drew picked. Um, so the first stipulation in the three stages of hell match is going to be a straight up one on one match. And then he said the second fall is going to be a false count anywhere match. And the third fall, if it makes it to that point, is a standard old school steel cage match. I mean, yes, those stipulations don't they're not exciting. I think the only exciting one is the false count anywhere stipulation. I'm intrigued to see how they use that stipulation, but steel cage match. I feel like we've seen a lot of steel cage matches this last year. We had War Games. You had the steel cage match at SummerSlam. I think we had maybe like one or two more. We had the steel cage match on the episode of Raw between not Cody, Punk and Rollins. So I would have liked to seen them change up the steel cage match to something else, but it's fine. Poor Drew McIntyre, man. You know, JD from NY says it best. He really is always the bridesmaid and never the bride. I just don't see them putting the title on Drew McIntyre. I would love to see it, even if it's just for a month or two. But I've said this again. I've said this over and over again. I just don't think they're going to do that when we're so close to WrestleMania season. I just don't see them wanting to do that. But who knows? Who knows? But I mean, SmackDown tonight, I will say it looks promising with what we got tonight. Carmelo Hayes had another fantastic match for the U.S. title. He fought Johnny Gargano. That was a great match. So I'm looking forward to what he continues to do. The U.S. title is in great hands, and Carmelo Hayes is continuing to get those massive babyface reactions. Good for him. He deserves it. So, yeah, SmackDown in 2026 tonight, it looked promising. Now it's only a matter of fact if they can keep this going, because you only have to do this for 11 more months, 52 weeks out of the year. So we'll see, but it definitely looked promising. I enjoyed a lot of this show tonight, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But if you guys enjoyed this review, let me know in the comments down below. What you guys think of the show? What do you guys think of Matt Cardona coming back, Trick Williams coming back, Jordynne Grace being caught up soon, Three Stages of Hell stipulations being announced? Anything on the show that you guys want to talk about, just leave it in the comments down below. I would love to hear your guys' feedback. And if you are new here or whatever, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Come help us make Wrestling City the greatest city in the world. We are just about 5 subs away from 500 subscribers. I know that doesn't seem like a big number, but it is to us. Um, 2026, man, it's going to be a big year for Wrestling City. We're going to grind it out, man. We're going to make Wrestling City bigger than it has ever been. 2025, we saw growth from 2024, so we want to see 2026 bigger than 2025 here in Wrestling City. But we can't do that without your guys' support. So come help us make Wrestling City the greatest city in the world for all your wrestling content, like reviews, reaction videos, predictions, all that good stuff. If you're a wrestling fan, WWE fan, you're going to love this channel. I promise you. And you are going to enjoy your stay here in Wrestling City. I can promise you that. I promise you, you will enjoy your stay here. But that's about it. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care. God bless. Peace.